actually had a specific purpose that I was gonna to kind of help me have a deadline for this build. And what I did was I signed up to be in my local hometown parade. And what happened was that I was trying to cram everything in. A hard deadline really helps you to finish your build no matter what, because it's like people are dependent on you. And so I stayed up the night before. I think the paint was literally still drying, the day of the parade. I had ridden it around, did like a shakedown run my neighborhood before the parade. The day before the parade. So I knew everything was running, knew everything was great. And so I was like, okay, I feel really good. So I load up the bike, take it to the parade staging area, and ended up, getting ready for the parade. The parade's about to start. They're literally, the front of the parade's already started. They're already moving down the road. And so I'm trying to get the bike all set up and stuff. And I'm like, well, I'm going to start it now, even though it's just going to be idling a little bit before we take off. And so I try starting it, and it's a wraparound pull start. So this is the GC160, Honda engine, and I modified it to where the recoil starts going. So I just wrap around pull start, and I'm like cranking on that thing. Like I'm pulling on it, and it is not starting. Like, I'm now gathering a crowd of people around me. They're like watching, like, okay, what's going on with this bike? Like, why won't it start? And I'm like pulling on it. My shoulder is like aching like crazy. And so then I'm thinking like, okay, fuel, spark, air. Like those are the three things that engine needs, right? So, okay, do I have fuel? So I check the gas tank, plenty of fuel. It's like full. I'm like, okay. Do I have spark? I'm like, make sure the spark plug wires are connected. I was like, it just started last night, so I doubt the spark plug's bad. So then I'm like, okay, is there something restricting the air? So look at the intake, nothing. So I'm thinking, what is going on? Like, I'm like missing something here. So I'm like trying to pull it. I was like, it literally was just running, like the choke, all this different stuff. I'm mixing with the choke to see if it, all that to say is, after several agonizing minutes of trying to start this bike, I looked down and realized that the fuel shutoff valve is on. Like, I literally have gas in the tank, but the fuel isn't going from the tank to the carburetor. And I felt really dumb. And so in that moment, I saw a connection to my own life in many ways. So whenever I build these bikes, it's a cool experience for me, because I get to see and learn different things about myself, about the Lord. Like, I just see spiritual connections and stuff in everything that I do. And so I immediately just thought of, I'm like, oh my goodness, like I'm trying to start, I'm trying to, ride my life. I'm trying to start the engine, so to speak. And I have the fuel turned off. Like, I was trying to, at that time in my life, really just trying to work hard with no energy. Like, I just didn't have the fuel to go. I was on a season of burnout. I, had lots of different responsibilities at the time, family and stuff. And so I had to go back to the source of just thinking simply. Maybe it's just a little switch for you guys. If you're struggling in life, if you're wrestling with something right now, maybe it's just that one little switch that might be really obvious to other people. And in this case, it was something so simple that I felt like I was missing out, just because I had been working hard. And oftentimes when we have an issue in our lives, we think working harder will actually solve it. Like, we'll just work through this. We'll just, just keep working at it. And I can tell you, I was working hard to start. I was like blowing out my shoulder. Like, I could not even, pull that thing anymore because it hurt so bad. And so, no matter how hard I worked, if I didn't turn on that fuel, it wouldn't have made a difference. So anyways, I wanted to share just a spiritual lesson, a little bit different than what we normally do on the channel. But I was actually recording a podcast for another thing for my church, and wanted to just take advantage of the stuff set up and just talk to you guys a little bit about some different types of content. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode.